Hi, this is Karon Thackston from marketingwords.com and copywritingcourse.com, and I was getting prepared for a free webinar that I'm in the process of developing for WordTracker, the keyword research tool company. That's the company that I wrote my ebook called Ecommerce Copywriting for, and they've included that in the WordTracker Masterclass series. So the two of us decided to get together and offer a free webinar about e-commerce copywriting, since there seemed to be such a big interest in this. And if you aren't familiar with that exact form of copywriting, this is for websites that sell products online directly. Amazon.com, Walmart.com, LandsEnd.com, Circuit City or Best Buy's websites would be considered e-commerce websites. So all of that goes into the process of e-commerce copywriting. During the webinar, I was going through the different bits and pieces of what we're going to include, and I'll give you a little synopsis of that in just a minute. But one thing that came to mind that I wanted to talk with you about very briefly is one of the first things that we're going to cover, and I'm looking at my notes here. That's why you see me glancing down. But the first thing that we're going to talk about in the webinar are the three primary SEO problems e-commerce sites struggle with most, and how copy can easily fix those three problems. The majority of the time, e-commerce sites don't have a lot of copy on their product pages. I'll use Best Buy's website as an example. You can go and they've put up, for example, maybe a product page for Flip video camera, which is the little video camera that I'm using now to do this this presentation with. And you'll have over to, have your product image, your hero shot. Over here you may have, 50, 60 words of copy, something to that effect, and possibly a little bullet point list underneath it. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But generally speaking, copy is very limited. So it doesn't give the search engines a lot of material to work with, because search engines are, in fact, text-based machines. Everything that has to do with search engine optimization deals with text. From the very first thing that you do, which is your keyword research, those are words, that's text. Where you put those keywords, the framework of the pages that you develop before you create them is all based on keywords. Are you going to put those keywords in the URL? Are you going to have them in the page title? Are you going to put them in the headline, in the subheadline? All these different things are based on keywords and text. The copy that you write for your product descriptions on e-commerce sites, that's text. The anchor text is text in the links that you have that click to other parts of your site, or that other websites use to link back to your web pages. Everything has to do with text. So since a lot of e-commerce sites are very short on text, it can cause a problem in getting those product pages ranked more highly. Here's what I like to do. I like to insert information and content on product pages that wouldn't be on other websites' pages, especially if you're using what's referred to as canned copy. This would be copy that's developed by the product manufacturer and given to all of its resellers to use on their websites. And it's great. It's professionally written copy. You don't have to pay a copywriter to write it. You get it from the manufacturer, you stick it up on the page, ta-da, you're done. But the only problem with that is you now have duplicate content to millions of other websites on the internet. Everybody else that's using that exact same canned manufacturer-provided copy is facing some sort of duplicate content issue, depending on how many people are using that. So all these different issues that have to deal with search engine optimization and content. Now, here's what I like to do, which will help with the duplicate content, will also help with adding some useful content to product pages that your site visitors will find helpful to them. It's not just fluff. It's not just a space filler. If you have, and you really should have, a Twitter account, a Facebook account, MySpace, all these different types, LinkedIn perhaps, depending on what it is that you're selling. If you're doing more business-oriented products, perhaps you would want to be on LinkedIn. But all of the social media, usually for each type of account, they will offer a feed. You can find a plugin for your blog or for the web pages that you have your product pages on, and it will actually show the live feed of posts that people have made on your Facebook page or your Twitter page or other social media accounts. That's actual content that pops up there, and it stays for a little while. While it is considered dynamic, meaning that it constantly changes, it does give you some original content. Something else that you can do is, for the product descriptions that don't offer a bullet list, create one. It won't take you but a second or two, or a copywriter, if you want to hire a copywriter to do this, to read through a 60, 70 word product description and pull out 5 important bullet points, because people read differently. So yes, you can have the nice, wonderful, enticing product description, and then underneath it just give 5 or so very quick bullet points to help people that process information quickly, so they don't have to read through this. They can just look down here and go boom, got it. You don't want to only have bullet points, because like we just said, people do read and process information differently. There are going to be people that need to read that enticing product description at the top. So you don't want to discount that either. It's very important, not to mention it gives you the text that the search engines are looking for. Something else that you can do is allow customer-provided product reviews on the product page itself. And everybody has the question, what if it gets a negative review? It actually adds to the credibility. Nobody's going to believe that every product on your website has gotten glowing reviews and nobody has had anything mediocre or negative to say about that product. It's just unreasonable. So allow those. It actually helps build credibility. You can get hundreds and hundreds of people and none of them are going to agree 100% of the time. So it gives you some legitimacy to that page. But all of those will add original content to a page that may contain a canned product description. It helps your consumers get more informed about the product. It helps you rank better with search engines. It also boosts your social media positioning and your visibility, because you've got people that are seeing what's going on your Facebook page. Maybe they then want to click over to your Facebook page and like that page or become a fan, join you on Twitter or what have you. So this is one thing we're going to delve into a little deeper in the webinar, which is Wednesday, January 19th, 2011, this year. It's going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That's New York time. If you want to join us, I will post the information on my blog below this video once I get it from WordTracker. They are the ones that are hosting this free webinar. I don't believe you even have to register. If I understand what they told me correctly, you click the link, you go to the webinar. There's no sign-up process, there's nothing, but they're going to get me that link very shortly, and I'll add it on my blog underneath this video